mother. Her Sicilian dialect greeting had everyone frozen. The old Sicilian woman hadn't spoken to anyone in 20 minutes. Not her son, the most powerful mafia boss in New York. Not the other matriarchs. No one. Then a shy waitress passed behind her chair. The old woman grabbed her wrist. Spoke in rapid, ancient Sicilian dialect. The waitress answered back. Fluently. The ballroom went silent. 200 guests frozen. Because what the old woman said next made her son's blood run cold. You have her eyes. My daughter's eyes. Where have you been? Stay until the end, because this story, you don't want to miss what happens next. Now let's get into it. Mira Castellano was refilling water glasses when it happened. She'd been invisible all night, exactly how she liked it. 24, foster care kid, 3 jobs to survive. Tonight's gala was huge. Every major mafia family in New York packed into one ballroom. The old woman in the wheelchair hadn't spoken since arriving. Signora Carmela Rossi sat rigid, arms crossed, refusing to acknowledge anyone. Her son Zephyr, the most powerful boss in the city, stood beside her looking frustrated. Every matriarch who tried greeting her got ice-cold silence. Mira passed behind Carmela's wheelchair with her water pitcher. The old woman's head whipped around. Her hand shot out, grabbed Myra's wrist hard. To SI. Who are you? Ancient Sicilian dialect. Not Italian. Not the modern language. The old tongue from the villages. Myra's mouth opened before she could think. Nudu matri. Nobody mother. Perfect accent. Perfect grammar. Carmela jerked her closer, staring at her face. Avialaci di mi figia. Uni fusti. You have my daughter's eyes. Where have you been? The ballroom went dead silent. 200 guests frozen mid-conversation. Mira couldn't breathe. This woman was gripping her wrist like iron. Nun Sachiu. Orfana. I don't know. Orphan. Quananashisti. When were you born? December 1999. December 1999. Carmela's eyes filled with tears. Mi figia mori December 1999. Incinta. My daughter died December 1999. Pregnant. She pulled Myra's face close, studying every feature. Quando anni ai? How old are you? 24. 24. Carmela started sobbing. Pulled Mira down, grabbed her face with both hands. Tu esai mina puti. You Sachiu. You are my granddaughter. I know it. Zephyr rushed over. Mama, what are you saying? Carmela ignored him. Spoke rapid Sicilian to Mira. Uni ti Trevaru. Where do they find you? Ospedale. San Vincenzo. Non aviano nomapai mia. Hospital. St. Vincent's. They had no name for me. Chidu Stisu Ospedale. Uni Isabella Mori. That same hospital. Where Isabella died. Zephyr's face went white. Mama, Isabella's baby died. The doctors said. Idituri Mintiano. Carmela's voice cracked. The doctors lied. She wouldn't let go of Mira. Kept touching her face, her hair, crying words in Sicilian. The entire ballroom was staring. Every family boss, every matriarch, every soldier. Watching this impossible scene unfold. Mira was shaking. I don't understand. Please, I just work here. Peri como Isabella. You stisu sono. You speak like Isabella. The same sound. Carmela turned to Zephyr, switched to broken English for the crowd. This girl, she speak old dialect. Nobody speak this anymore. Only family. Only blood. Zephyr looked at Mira like seeing a ghost. How do you know that dialect? I don't know. I've always known it. Since I was little. Foster parents thought it was weird. Foster care. Zephyr's voice went sharp. When did you enter the system? Birth. They found me abandoned at St. Vincent's Hospital. December 1999. Maybe a day old. The timeline hit Zephyr like a bullet. His sister Isabella died at St. Vincent's. December 1999. 8 months pregnant. Baby supposedly stillborn. His mother was saying the baby survived. Carmela pulled Myra's collar down slightly. There, a small crescent-shaped birthmark on her left shoulder. Carmela pushed up her own sleeve. Identical birthmark. Same spot. Tudiami figia el aviano. All my daughters had it. She looked at Zephyr with absolute certainty. Sta, a mina puti. A figia di Isabella. This is my granddaughter. Isabella's daughter. Zephyr's underboss, Dante, appeared at his shoulder. Boss, we have a situation. Giacomo Vella just left. Fast. He saw what happened and ran. Giacomo Vella, present at Isabella's death 24 years ago. Now running. Zephyr's jaw tightened. He looked at Mira. This girl who spoke their forbidden dialect, had their family birthmark, was born the exact day his sister died. You're not leaving this building. His voice was cold. Final. Not until I know the truth. Mira, try to pull away. I haven't done anything wrong. My mother thinks you're family. My sister's child. The child we buried. Zephyr's eyes were ice. If she's right, someone lied to us for 24 years. Someone stole my sister's baby and left her in foster care. He turned to his men. Lock down the building. Nobody in or out. Give me hospital records from December 1999. Find everyone who was in that delivery room. To Mira, you stay with my mother. Don't try to run. Carmela still held Myra's hand. Wouldn't let go. Kept speaking soft Sicilian. Non ti lascio. My Caio. I won't let you go. Never again. Mira was terrified, confused, but something in Carmela's touch felt familiar. Like muscle memory from before conscious thought. Zephyr was already making calls. I need Dr. Marcus Levine. Retired, lives in Florida. Find him. Bring him here. I don't care if you have to drag him. And give me every record from St. Vincent's, December 1999. Someone declared my niece dead. I want to know who and why. Dante hesitated. Boss, if this is true, if the baby survived, then someone committed the worst betrayal possible. Zephyr's voice was deadly quiet. They took my sister's child. Let my mother grieve a dead grandchild. Let this girl grow up alone. He looked at Mira with something between fury and pain. If you're Isabella's daughter, you're Rossi blood. And someone's going to answer for every day you spent without family. Carmela was crying, holding Mira, speaking Sicilian prayers. And Mira sat there realizing her entire life might have been a lie. That she might not be nobody from nowhere. That she might be exactly who this old woman said she was. Zephyr had Mira moved to a private room within 30 minutes. Not roughly. His men were careful, but there was no question she was staying. Carmela refused to leave her side, wheelchair positioned right next to the chair where Mira sat. I want to go home. Myra's voice shook. You will, after we know the truth. Zephyr stood by the window, phone pressed to his ear. And stop looking at me like I'm going to hurt you. If my mother's right, you're family. We protect family. By locking me in a room? By keeping you safe until I know who lied and why. Dante entered carrying a laptop. Got the hospital records. December 12th, 1999. Isabella Rossi. Admitted with gunshot wounds. 8 months pregnant. He pulled up scanned documents. Emergency C-section performed by Dr. Marcus Levine. Mother died on operating table. Baby status listed as stillborn. Zephyr leaned over, reading. No autopsy report on the baby. That's what I noticed. Every stillborn gets an autopsy. Protocol. Unless someone didn't want anyone looking too close. Zephyr's jaw clenched. Where's Levine? Miami. Private jet bringing him back now. Should be here in 3 hours. Who else was in that delivery room? Dante scrolled. Nurse Patricia Keene. She died in 2003. Car accident. Convenient. Zephyr's voice was ice. 2 people present at my sister's death. 1 dead. 1 disappeared to Florida. Someone made sure there'd be no witnesses. Mira spoke up, voice small. If I'm your niece, why would someone hide that? Why not just kill me? The bluntness of the question made Dante flinch. Zephyr just looked at her with something like respect. Good question. Killing a baby brings heat. FBI, police, media. But making 1 disappear in a foster care. He shrugged. That's smart. That's someone who knew what they were doing. Carmela spoke in Sicilian. Mira translated without thinking. She says she never saw the baby's body. They told her it was better that way. That she shouldn't have that memory. And you believe them? Zephyr asked his mother. Carmela's response came sharp in Sicilian. Mira translated again. She says when you're drowning in grief, you believe anything that makes the pain make sense. Zephyr's phone rang. He answered, listened, his expression darkening. Say that again. Pause. Find him. I don't care where he went. Find him. He hung up. Giacomo Vella just boarded a private jet to Chicago. He's running. Dante straightened. The Vella family hit Isabella. They're the ones who shot her. I know. And Giacomo was there that night. I was 10 years old, but I remember. He was there. Zephyr looked at Mira. If someone saved you, hid you, it might have been him. Why would an enemy save her? That's what I'm going to find out. Myra's head was spinning. This is insane. I can't be your sister's daughter. I'm nobody. I grew up in group homes. I have nothing. Carmela reached over, took Myra's hand. Spoke in Sicilian. Tu non sai nudu. Si qualcuno. She says you're not nobody. You're somebody. Zephyr's voice softened slightly. And if she's right, you've been somebody your whole life. Just nobody told you. DNA test. Mira stood up. Do a DNA test right now. Settle this. Already arranged. Text coming. Zephyr studied her. You want it to be negative, don't you? Want this to go away? Of course I do. This world, your world, it got your sister killed. Why would I want to be part of it? Because it's yours, whether you want it or not. The tech arrived 20 minutes later. Swabbed Myra's cheek, Carmela's cheek, Zephyr's for comparison. Left with the samples. Results in 6 hours. 6 hours. Mira sat there feeling time stretch impossibly. Carmela started talking, in Sicilian, about Isabella, about Zephyr's sister, how she was beautiful, kind, wanted to leave the family, how she fell in love with someone outside. See you area you so Namuru too? Who was her boyfriend? Mira asked. Carmela's face darkened. Luca Marino, Travagiva Pi Nui, Ma era FBI. Luca Marino, worked for us, but he was FBI, undercover. Zephyr's voice was bitter. Yeah, Fed, trying to bring down the family. Got my sister pregnant instead. What happened to him? Supposed to be dead. Killed the same night as Isabella. But Zephyr's tone suggested he wasn't sure anymore. Dante's phone buzzed. He read, looked up. Boss, we found a care home administrator from St. Vincent's. The one who was there in 1999. And he's terrified. Says he'll talk, but only with immunity. Says people died to keep this quiet. Bring him. No immunity. He talks, or I make him talk. 30 minutes later, an elderly man was escorted in. Sweating, shaking, clearly terrified. Mr. Wallace. Zephyr's voice was deceptively calm. You were administrator at St. Vincent's when my sister died. I was. Terrible tragedy. Tell me about the baby. Stillborn. It's in the records. Zephyr moved fast. Grabbed the man's collar. Slammed him against the wall. Try again. And this time, don't lie. Wallace's composure cracked. They paid me to keep quiet. Who paid you? I don't know. They never gave names. Just money and threats. What happened to the baby? She was alive. Healthy. But they took her. Said they'd kill my family if I talked. Zephyr let him drop. Who took her? Men in suits. Professional. Wanted a Vella family ring. I recognized it. Vella family. Giacomo Vella running to Chicago suddenly made perfect sense. They took the baby where? I don't know. They said she'd be placed somewhere safe. Away from all this. Said it was mercy. Mira spoke up. They left me at the hospital. Anonymous drop-off. Wallace stared at her. You're the baby? Maybe. We're waiting on DNA results. Oh God. You survived. After all this time. Zephyr pulled out his phone. Dante, get Giacomo Vella on a call. Tell him he talks now, or I come to Chicago personally. 5 minutes later, Giacomo Vella's voice came through speakerphone. Nervous. Scared. Zephyr. I can explain. Start talking. My father ordered the hit on Isabella. I tried to stop it. I swear. But you were there. Yes. But not to kill her. To save the baby. Myra's breath caught. Giacomo continued. Isabella wasn't just some girl. She was pregnant with an FBI agent's kid. My father wanted them both dead. I convinced him the baby was innocent. So you took her. We delivered her first. C-section before Isabella died. The baby was alive. Screaming. Carmela made a sound like a wounded animal. We paid the doctor to declare her stillborn. Paid the administrator to hide records. Placed her at the hospital anonymously. Why? Zephyr demanded. Why not just bring her to us? Because your father would have killed her. Don't pretend otherwise. FBI blood? He'd have killed her on principle. Silence. Because it was probably true. We thought she'd be adopted. Live a normal life. We set up a trust fund, paid families to take her. Myra's voice came out cold. I never got adopted. Never got any trust fund. I grew up in the system. What? Giacomo sounded genuinely shocked. That's not. We paid over $2 million over the years. I got nothing. I worked 3 jobs to survive. Dante was already typing. The money was sent. I'm tracing it now. 5 minutes later, his face went dark. Foster care administrators. They embezzled it. Every payment sent from Mira Castellano went into their pockets. Mira felt something break inside her. I was supposed to be taken care of. Someone tried, and they stole it. Carmela was crying again, speaking Sicilian, about how everyone failed, how her granddaughter grew up alone when she should have had everything. Zephyr's phone buzzed. The DNA results. He read them. Face unreadable. Looked at Mira. 99.97% match. You're Isabella's daughter. My niece. The room went silent. Mira couldn't breathe. Her entire life, every lonely night, every birthday alone, every moment thinking she came from nothing, shattered. I'm not nobody. No. Zephyr's voice was rough. You're Rossi. You're family. You always were. Carmela pulled Mira into her arms, sobbing, speaking rapid Sicilian. And Mira, who'd spent 24 years believing she was alone in the world, finally broke down and cried. 3 hours later, Mira sat in Zephyr's estate. Not the ballroom. His actual home. Carmela still hadn't let go of her hand. Your father's alive. Zephyr said it flat. Direct. Myra's head snapped up. What? Luca Marino. FBI put him in witness protection after Isabella died. He's been alive this whole time. Where? We're finding out. But Giacomo says he's been watching you. From a distance. For 24 years. Rage flooded through Mira. He's been alive? Watching me struggle? And did nothing? FBI wouldn't let him contact you. Said it would put you in danger. I was in danger. I was alone. Mira stood up, shaking. He could have, he should have. Carmela spoke soft Sicilian. Mira barely heard her. Zephyr's phone rang. He answered, listened, hung up. He's coming. Luca agreed to meet. Neutral ground. 2 hours. I don't want to see him. Yes, you do. You need answers. So do I. The church was abandoned. Neutral territory. Mira arrived with Zephyr, Carmela, and 6 guards. Waited. A man walked in flanked by FBI agents. Tall, graying hair, haunted eyes. He saw Mira and stopped walking. Started crying immediately. Isabella. His voice broke. You look exactly like her. I'm not Isabella. I'm Mira, the daughter you abandoned. I didn't. They wouldn't let me. You're alive. You could have found me. You chose not to. Luca crossed to her slowly. Pulled out his phone. Started scrolling through photos. Pictures of Mira. Dozens of them. Taken from a distance over years. First day of kindergarten. Middle school graduation. Working at the diner. Community college campus. Every milestone. I was there. I've always been there. Mira stared at the photos. Her entire life documented by a stranger. Why didn't you just come get me? The FBI said it would get you killed. That if anyone knew you existed, knew you were Isabella's daughter, you'd be a target. So you let me grow up thinking I was nobody. You were safe. That's all that mattered. I was alone. Do you know what that's like? Growing up knowing nobody wanted you. Luca's face crumpled. I wanted you. Every single day, I wanted you. Not enough to fight for me. I sent money. Thousands every month. I thought you were being taken care of. I never got it. Foster care stole it. I had nothing. The betrayal in those words made Luca physically stagger. Carmela spoke. Mira had to translate through tears. She says my mother made you promise something. Before she died. Luca nodded. Keep the babies safe. No matter what. Those were her last words. And you thought safe meant alone? I thought safe meant away from this world. Away from the violence that killed her. Zephyr cut in. You were FBI. Undercover, trying to bring down our families. Yes. You got my sister pregnant. Got her killed. I love her. I was trying to get her out. We were going to run. But you didn't run fast enough. Luca's voice dropped. No, I didn't. And she paid for my failure. Mira spoke cold. You both failed. You and everyone who knew I existed. You all made choices, and I paid for them. Carmela reached for her, spoke Sicilian, about family, about love, about how everyone makes mistakes. Mira responded in the same dialect. Mistakes? They threw me away. All of them. Luca knelt in front of her. I know I failed you, but I'm here now. If you'll let me. Let you what? Be my father? 24 years too late. Yes, if you'll give me the chance. Mira looked at this man, this stranger, this person who should have been everything. I don't know if I can. That's fair. But I'm not disappearing again. Not unless you tell me to. Gunfire erupted outside. Zephyr's men returned fire immediately. Chaos exploded. Luca threw himself over Mira, covering her with his body. Not again. I won't lose you again. More gunfire. Shouting. Zephyr barking orders. The attackers weren't Vela family. They were Rossi men. The old guard. Loyal to Zephyr's dead father. They burst through the church doors, guns raised. She's FBI blood. She doesn't belong. Isabella betrayed the family. The baby should have died with her. Zephyr stepped in front of Mira and Luca. Gun drawn. Anyone touches her answers to me. She's not family. She's the enemy. She's my niece. My blood. Anyone disputes that. The lead attacker sneered. Your father would have killed her. You know it. My father's dead. I'm in charge now. And she's under my protection. Then you've gone soft. Just like your sister. The man raised his gun toward Mira. Zephyr fired first. Clean shot. The man dropped. The other attackers hesitated. Anyone else? Zephyr's voice was deadly calm. Anyone else want to question my authority? Silence. She's Rossi. She's family. That's final. You have a problem, you leave. You raise a weapon, you die. The attackers lowered their guns slowly. One by one they backed out. Zephyr's loyal men secured the perimeter. Luca was still covering Mira. She pushed at him. Get off. He moved slowly. You okay? No, I'm not okay. None of this is okay. Carmela was shaking but unharmed, speaking rapid Sicilian about violence and family and how it never ends. Mira stood up, looked at all of them. This is what I am now? A target. Zephyr reloaded his gun calmly. You've always been a target. Just didn't know it. Great. Wonderful. So glad I found my family. You want to leave? Walk away? I'll arrange it. New identity, new city, money to start over. Mira stared at him. Just like that. Just like that. Your choice. Nobody decides for you this time. She looked at Carmela, at this old woman who'd grabbed her wrist and changed everything. At Luca, this father she never knew existed. At Zephyr, this uncle she just met. If I stay, what does that mean? It means you're Rossi. It means you learn who you are, where you come from. It means protection and danger and family. And if I go, it means you're safe. Anonymous. Alone. Alone. That word hit different now. She'd been alone her whole life. Thought it was normal. But these people, dangerous, violent, complicated, they were offering something else. I need time. To think. To process. Fair. But you don't leave this building until I know you're safe. Those men who attacked, they're not the only ones who will have a problem with FBI blood in the family. Mira wanted to scream, wanted to cry, wanted to disappear. Instead, she spoke in Sicilian to Carmela. Chief Fazu, what do I do? Carmela's response was simple. Segli siu voi isiri. Choose who you want to be, not who they said she was, not who circumstances made her, who she wanted to be. I need to see where my mother died. The hospital. Zephyr nodded. I'll arrange it. Lucas stepped forward. I'll come with you. No, I need to do this alone. Please, let me. You've had 24 years to be my father. You can wait one more day. The words were harsh but fair. Lucas stepped back. 2 hours later, Mira stood in St. Vincent's Hospital. Different now. Renovated. But the same building where everything happened. December 12th, 1999. Her mother died here. She was born here. Her life started and ended in these walls. A nurse approached. Older woman, kind eyes. Can I help you? I was born here. 24 years ago. I just found out my mother died, giving birth to me. The nurse's expression softened. I'm sorry, honey. That's a hard thing to learn. She was shot. They said the baby died too. But I didn't. Someone saved me. Then you're a miracle. Twice over. Mira walked the halls, trying to feel something, trying to connect to a mother she never knew. Her phone rang. Zephyr, the men who attacked. I'm handling them. But I need to know, are you staying or going? I don't know yet. Fair. But Mira, if you stay, you're all in. No halfway. This family doesn't do halfway. She hung up, stood in the hospital lobby where she was abandoned 24 years ago. A security guard approached. Miss, visiting hours are ending. I know. She stopped. Do you keep records? Of babies left here? Anonymous abandonments? Sometimes. Depends. December 1999. Newborn girl. No name given. The guard looked at her closer. That you? Yeah. Hold on. He made a call. 10 minutes later, an old file appeared. Baby girl. Found in the neonatal ward. No identification. No parent came forward. Placed in state custody. There was a note attached. Handwritten. Keep her safe. She deserves better than this world. LM. LM Luca Marino. He left her here. Chosen to save her instead of keeping her. Myra's hands shook holding the note. Her phone rang again. Carmela this time. Zephyr translating. She says come home. She's making dinner. Your mother's favorite recipe. I don't have a home. You do now. If you want it. Mira looked at the note. At the hospital. At the place where she was thrown away and saved in the same moment. Made her decision. I'm coming. She drove back to Zephyr's estate. Walked in to find Carmela in the kitchen. Actually cooking. Refusing help from anyone. Vanisti. You came. Yeah, I came. Carmela pulled her close. Kissed both cheeks. Brava Figia. Good girl. That night, they ate dinner together. Mira, Zephyr, Carmela, and Dante. Luca wasn't there. She wasn't ready for that yet. But this felt like something. Not family yet, but maybe the beginning of one. After dinner, Carmela gave Mira a small box. Inside was a ring. Simple. Beautiful. Amy Figia. To Matri. My daughter's. Your mother's. Isabella's ring. The one Luca gave her. She wanted you to have it. For when you find love. Mira held it. This piece of her mother. This proof she came from somewhere. I'm scared. The admission came out in Sicilian without her meaning to. Dici. Of what? Of being part of this. Of what it means. Carmela smiled. Essere na famiglia. E sempre porosu. Ma megia chi essere sola. Being in a family is always scary. But better than being alone. Mira put the ring on. It fit perfectly. Okay, I'm staying. For now. But I make my own choices. Zephyr raised his glass. Welcome to the family, niece. And for the first time in 24 years, Mira Castellano felt like she belonged somewhere. 3 months passed. Mira moved into the Rossi estate guest house. Small space on the property. Her own place, but not alone. Carmela visited every day, teaching her Sicilian traditions, family recipes, stories about Isabella. Building what was stolen piece by piece. Luca came twice a week. Supervised visits at first. Slowly building something from nothing. I missed everything. He said it every time. Like confession. Like penance. Yeah, you did. Mira never let him forget. But she stopped pushing him away. Zephyr was different. Protective, but distant. Teaching her the family business without forcing her into it. You don't have to be part of this world. But you should understand it. So she learned. About the legitimate businesses and the ones that weren't. About power and territory and the cost of a life. Your mother tried to leave. It got her killed. And you're staying? I'm changing it. From inside. Making it something she wouldn't have run from. Mira started helping with the legitimate side. Real estate holdings, investments, charity work. Using her brain instead of just her hands. You're good at this, Dante observed one day. Survival skills. You learn to be good at whatever keeps you alive. One night, Carmela called her to the main house. Serious. Formal. The family was gathered. Every major member. Looking at Mira like she was being evaluated. What's happening? Zephyr stood. You've been here 3 months. You're family by blood. Tonight we make it official. Official how? By choice. You choose us, we choose you. That's how family works. Carmela spoke in Sicilian. Tu vuoi fare part 1 di sta famiglia? Veramente? Do you want to be part of this family? Truly? Mira looked around the room. These dangerous people. This violent world. This life that killed her mother. But also the only people who'd ever claimed her. Who fought for her. Who wanted her. See. Wagyu. Yes. I want to. Carmela stood. Walked to her. Placed both hands on her face. Spoke formal Sicilian. Mira Castellano. Figia di Isabella Rossi. Deputy me. Ti accetta na sta famigia. See you Sangu. See you Onuri. See you Amuri. Mira Castellano. Daughter of Isabella Rossi. My granddaughter. I accept you into this family. With blood, with honor, with love. Everyone in the room stood. Repeated the words. Accepting her. Zephyr last. Welcome home, niece. That night, they celebrated. Real celebration. Food, wine, laughter. Mira speaking Sicilian fluently now. Joking with cousins she just met, feeling like she fit. Lucas showed up halfway through. Uninvited, but not unwelcome. Mira saw him, standing in the doorway. Walked over. You came. Wasn't sure I should. This is a family moment. Your family. Technically. Am I? Mira studied this man. Her father. Still mostly a stranger, but less so than before. You're trying. That counts for something. Is it enough? I don't know yet. Ask me in another 3 months. Lucas smiled. Actually smiled. Fair. He handed her a box. Old, worn, carefully kept. Your mother's journals. From when she was pregnant. I kept them safe. Mira opened it. Pages and pages in Italian and Sicilian. Isabella's handwriting. She wrote to you. Every day. Wanted you to know her. Myra's hand shook. Thank you. Read them when you're ready. No rush. That night, alone in her guest house, Mira read every page. Her mother's voice coming through the words. Her hopes, her fears, her love. My darling girl, you are made of love. Never forget that. Your father and I chose each other against everything. Chose you against everything. You are not a mistake. You are our miracle. Mira cried reading it. This woman she'd never known. This mother who wanted her desperately. One entry near the end. If something happens to me, if I don't survive, know this. I fought to give you a better world. A world where love matters more than power. Don't let them make you hard. Stay soft. Stay kind. Stay you. The next morning, Mira found Zephyr in his office. I want to start a foundation for kids aging out of foster care. Why? Because I was one of them. Because they deserve better than what I got. Because it's what my mother would have wanted. Zephyr studied her. You're sure? Running a foundation means exposure. People will know you're Rossi. That brings danger. I'm already in danger. Might as well use it for something good. All right, I'll fund it. You run it. I don't want family money. I want to build it myself. Stubborn. Like Isabella. Good. 6 months later, the foundation launched. Small at first. Helping a dozen kids with housing, education, resources. Mira worked it personally. Meeting every kid. Hearing their stories. Seeing herself in them. One girl, 16, about to age out. Why are you helping us? Because nobody helped me. And I don't want you to know what that feels like. The foundation grew. More kids helped. More futures changed. Mira was featured in a news article. Former foster youth creates foundation to help others. It mentioned her connection to the Rossi family. Mentioned Isabella. The article brought unexpected attention. A woman showed up at the foundation office one day. Old, nervous, holding a folder. I need to speak to Mira Castellano. That's me. The woman's hand shook. I was a nurse. At St. Vincent's. The night your mother died. Mira went cold. Patricia Keene died in 2003. I'm not Patricia. I'm Angela Ross. I was training that night. I saw everything. Tell me. Angela opened the folder. Photos. Documents. Evidence she'd kept hidden for 24 years. Your mother didn't just get shot. She was executed. Targeted. And the baby... You weren't supposed to survive. I know. The Vela family. It wasn't just them. Someone from inside your family wanted you dead too. Someone who couldn't have Isabella's baby with FBI blood polluting the line. Who? Your grandfather. Zephyr's father. He gave the order. Mira couldn't breathe. Giacomo Vela saved you. Against orders from both families. He's the only reason you're alive. Why didn't you come forward before? They killed Patricia for knowing. Staged it as an accident. I was supposed to be in that car with her. I ran instead. Stayed hidden. Why come forward now? Because you're doing good. Because you deserve to know the whole truth. And because the man who ordered your mother's death is dead. I'm not afraid anymore. Mira took the evidence. Showed Zephyr that night. He read through it. Face unreadable. My father ordered this. Yes. He would have killed you. His own grandchild. Yes. Silence. I'm sorry. For what he was. For what he did. You're not him. No. But his blood is my blood. And yours. Blood doesn't make you who you are. Choices do. He made his. You make yours. Zephyr looked at his niece. This woman who'd survived everything thrown at her. Who chose kindness over bitterness. You're more Rossi than anyone in this family. You know that. Ow! Because you're strong enough to be soft. That's real power. 1 year after finding her family, Mira expanded the foundation. National reach now. Hundreds of kids helped. Carmela's health declined, but she was happy. Got to know her granddaughter. Teach her everything. Non mi peno di niente. I regret nothing. Pitchy. Why? Pitchy ti truvai. Dopo 24 anni ti truvai. Because I found you. After 24 years, I found you. Luca became a real presence. Not perfect, not traditional, but present. Can I walk you down the aisle someday? When you get married? Maybe. If I ever find someone crazy enough. They'll be lucky. Whoever they are. 2 years in, Mira met someone. From outside the life. Normal job, normal family. No connection to any of it. They fell in love slowly. Carefully. My family is complicated. I noticed. Your uncle is terrifying. He's protective. There's a difference. Will he kill me if I hurt you? Probably. But I'll kill you first, so it won't matter. They got engaged. Small ceremony planned. Nothing extravagant. Carmela gave Mira her blessing in Sicilian. Tu sigisti bono. Cistu e amuri veru. You chose well. This is real love. The wedding happened in the spring. Mixture of worlds. Myra's normal friends and her very not normal family. Luca walked her down the aisle. Crying the whole way. Your mother would be so proud. I hope so. Zephyr gave a speech. Short. Direct. Family isn't just blood. It's who shows up. Who fights for you. Who stays. Mira showed up for herself every day of her life. When nobody else did. That's strength. We're lucky she chose us. We're lucky she stayed. Carmela stood to speak. In Sicilian. Mira translating for the confused guests. This girl was lost. For 24 years, she was lost. But she was never gone. She survived alone. Became strong alone. Became good alone. Now she's not alone. Now she has us. And we have her. That's what family means. Finding each other. Choosing each other. Keeping each other. The celebration lasted into the night. Two worlds mixing. Somehow working. Myra's new spouse whispered, "Your family is intense. You have no idea. But they love you." Yeah, they do. 5 years later, Mira had a daughter. Named her Isabella. Carmela got to hold her great-granddaughter before she passed. One clear moment at the end. Ida aviata aci. Il aci di mi figlia. She has your eyes. And my daughter's eyes. The circle continues. Carmela died peacefully. Mira holding one hand, Zephyr holding the other. The funeral was massive. Both worlds paying respects. The legitimate and the not. All mourning the matriarch. Mira gave the eulogy. In Sicilian and English. My grandmother found me by accident. Or maybe by fate. But she didn't hesitate. She knew who I was before I did. She taught me that family is a choice. That blood matters, but love matters more. She gave me what was stolen. Identity, belonging, home. And now I'm giving that to my daughter. Teaching her the same lessons. Speaking the same language. The tradition continues. The love continues. The family continues. She placed flowers on the grave. Spoke soft Sicilian. Grazie nonna. Pietuda. Thank you, grandmother. For everything. 10 years after that first night in the ballroom, Mira stood at another gala. This one for her foundation. Huge event. Raising millions for aging out foster youth. Her daughter beside her. 9 years old. Speaking perfect Sicilian. Zephyr watching from across the room. Proud. Luca there too. Grandfather now. Making up for lost time with his granddaughter. A young woman approached Mira. 18. About to age out of the system. I need help. I don't know where to go. Mira saw herself in this girl. The fear, the uncertainty, the loneliness. You're not alone. Not anymore. She helped the girl, like she'd helped hundreds of others, giving them what she never had. That night, at home, Myra's daughter asked, Mama, tell me about your mother. My grandmother. So Mira did. Told the story of Isabella Rossi, who loved despite danger, who fought for better, who died trying to protect her child. She sounds brave. She was the bravest person I never met. Do I look like her? Mira studied her daughter, saw Isabella's eyes, Carmela's determination, Luca's kindness, her own strength. You look like all of us. The best parts of everyone who came before. Will you teach me everything? Like I not taught you. Every single thing. The language, the recipes, the stories, the traditions. Promise? I promise. You'll know where you come from. Always. Because that's what was stolen from Mira. And she'd spent a lifetime making sure no one else lost their history. She kissed her daughter's forehead, spoke the words Carmela taught her. Famiglia e famiglia. Sempre. Family is family. Always. Years later, Mira was older, successful, the foundation legendary. She changed thousands of lives. But what mattered most was sitting at Sunday dinner. 3 generations together. Her daughter, now grown, bringing her own children, teaching them Sicilian. Luca, old but present, telling stories about Isabella to great-grandchildren who never met her. Zephyr, retired from a life, finding peace in legitimate work. And Mira, the shy waitress who'd been nobody, now the center of something beautiful. She stood at the head of the table, raised her glass, spoke in Sicilian, everyone understanding, everyone responding, to the lost who get found, to the broken who heal, to the families we're born into and the ones we choose, to surviving, to thriving, to becoming who we're meant to be. Everyone drank, and Mira Rossi, granddaughter, daughter, mother, grandmother, felt the weight of 24 years of loneliness finally lift. She'd found her way home, built something beautiful from ashes, turned pain into purpose, just like her mother would have wanted, just like her grandmother taught her, just like she'd teach the generations coming after. The tradition continued, the love continued, the family continued, because one night, in a ballroom full of strangers, an old woman recognized her granddaughter's eyes. And everything changed. Share this with someone who needs to hear that family isn't just about blood. It's about who claims you, who fights for you, who refuses to let you stay lost. Because stories like Myra's, they remind us that we all come from somewhere, that our roots matter even when they're buried, that speaking your truth in your own language can change everything, that belonging is worth fighting for, that the lost can be found, that the broken can heal, that we can turn pain into purpose and build something beautiful from the worst moments of our lives. Thanks for watching.